What's up, everybody? It's your girl Q1, and I am back with The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 16, Episode 19, Reunion Part 2. Before I start, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video I drop. Y'all, please make sure you are liking the video so we can stay in the algorithm of things, all right? Yes. Hold on. So here we go. So part 2, y'all, picks up with Phaedra and Angela going back and forward about the whole situation. Phaedra says she did not. Her brother, she didn't do all of the things. Her brother, she says she doesn't know the people that her brother knew. Yeah. And so Shamia pipes up and says she don't think Angela will make all this stuff up. Phaedra said that, they go to talking about I'm in a room, different type of rooms. Phaedra said she was in the rooms with people with Oscars and Emmys. What's her name? Angela said the room that she's normally in, people don't know Phaedra like that. Phaedra didn't call her brother to ask her brother about the Marcus person or whatever, and her brother's about the lady, that lady, whoever Angela was talking about. Her brother said he knows a whole bunch of people and said he did not know that woman. Why is Cynthia here? Andy I feel like Andy didn't hold anyone accountable for the situation, but I guess I think the way Angela tried to put it out, it really did fall flat. And then we get on a question about Angela's age. And Angela is actually 43 years old. She brought her birth certificate and she was born in 1981. I was like, wow, she looks older, and there's nothing wrong with it. Angela maturity has caught up with her, I guess, with her face. So and I hope I'm not trying to be funny, but I really don't know how to word it. But her maturity is definitely matching her face. But Angela looks really, really good. Let me say that. Anyway, Angela tell Phaedra, like you talking about, I'm looking old and your throwbacks look a hot ass mess, okay? Girl. Cause I feel like Phaedra has some nerve. Like, how you gonna comfort this lady? So Angela then speaks about her mom, and she talks about her mom passing away. Angela also felt like Drew didn't have her back. Cynthia said Angela had Drew back the entire time. That's not true. Because there are times Angela can hold her own, and so Drew didn't need to step in. Because here is the whole thing: the way Kelly stepped in for Britt, how they were stepping in for each other, y'all didn't say that they were enabling each other, okay? So had Drew done that, y'all would have been saying Drew was enabling Angela. But then how Cynthia was stepping in for Portia when it came to the whole Dennis situation, you look stupid as fuck. So for Drew to step in for Angela, y'all gonna say something. So either way, it didn't matter just because it's Drew. And Angela, what pisses me off, the fact that if you had this issue with Drew, you should have told Drew off screen. But hey, it is what it is, because I already clocked Angela sometimes with being messy as fuck, even when it came to your own friend. Like, you know. So that time when you were sitting in a car with Shamia and you said you hope Drew had your back just like you had hers, or something to that effect, you should have had this conversation with Drew. You never had this conversation with her. And Drew was like, listen, I'm sorry I didn't have your back like you felt like I should have. But I was just going through my own thing. And that's another thing. The girl was swimming in bullshit that everybody kept throwing at her all season. And you did sit there. Sometimes you did sit there quiet. Sometimes you did step in, but she didn't ask you to step in. But I get it. I get it. I get it. Anyway, Shamia then decided she wanted to ask Drew, how is it okay for her not to have Angela's back? But then when when Shamia has Portia's back, she then wants to speak up. Shamia, you just being a lapdog at this point, and you enable Portia, you uphold her negative behavior, and we can even start with the fact that you invited Ralph so your friend can come meet with her just to piss this lady off. Let's start there. But you want to be, what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? You want to act like you're such the victim. And you just done bullshit. You've done little bullshit this entire season. Which is why you look really stupid. Like, you look crazy if you ask me. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. Shamia look like a damn, and sound like a damn fool. And I'm sorry, y'all. I just felt like in that moment, Shamia just couldn't help herself. Again, this season was to take down Drew and Angela. So both of those ladies had to swim and fight for themselves, as they did come out on top swinging. But they had to keep fighting y'all for the most part. Mainly Drew. Yeah, and Angela, but I felt like it was mainly Drew. So, yeah, no, y'all tripping. Anyway, Phaedra said, Andy finally asked Phaedra, why your ass ain't show up for the Married to Medicine reunion. Phaedra pipes up, lies, and well, she didn't lie, but she decided to say the Married to Medicine ladies didn't see her value nor her worth. You ain't worth two damn nickels rubbed together. You ain't worth two dead flies smashed. So miss me with your value and your work, because you ain't worth shit. Okay? Anyway, they talk about Britt, and what's pissing me off, the fact that y'all keep smashing and laying all this type of shit on Britt's step, and Britt not there to defend herself, even though this is what happens when you choose not to come to a reunion and defend yourself. Now you out here looking stupid because everybody placing everything on your doorstep, especially Kelly and Shamia. So, Kelly talks about how much, Britt showed up really fake, and no. Kelly, from episode 1, I have always clocked you. I always felt like you was fake. Okay, you have proven me right from episode 1. I mean, you're a little entertaining, but you still was fake and phony to me. So anyway, Shamia said that Britt was trying to sabotage Phaedra's and Portia's relationship, and I feel like Britt was doing the same thing y'all was doing. She didn't know them to talk about them, but probably when she heard your ass talking about them to Britt and Kelly, Britt felt like, okay, then I can say this, and this. Anyway, Phaedra decided to come with this dumbass speech, but talking about we shouldn't, I think something about not coming after people. But Phaedra talked about everybody except for Portia and Cynthia the moment she got a chance to. And you kept saying it in your confessional. You never said it to those ladies' faces, but you said everything sneakily in your confessional. And I wish production would have shown a montage of you running these ladies down. But I think they all saw it on the after show. So at this point, Shamia is still denying her hurt and pain that Phaedra and Portia both caused. And everybody is telling her, like, ma'am, you are still hurting, but you keep trying to sneak it under the rug as if everything is okay. No, it's not okay. Because guess what you're going to do next year? You're going to whine and complain about the bullshit again because you didn't address it. Just like you did in your dressing room. And we're going to talk about that. So, y'all, we see the men showing up. Dennis showed up, I guess. And I'm sorry, nobody can tell me no different that, what's her name, that Portia and Dennis ain't clucking. It is what it is, though. Shamia said everybody is chiming in on her, going in on her. And so now, because she can't get a word in edgewise, she about to come back out and start chiming in on everybody else. Girl, you's a dumbass if I ever seen it. You's a dumbass, okay? So Andy, let me see. Andy read both Brit. Is it Brit? Yeah, Andy. No, let me find it, y'all. Andy read both Brit and Kenya's comments, which was bullshit to me because you should have at least had Kenya there, or y'all should have really interviewed these ladies either separately or, now it was Brit's choice not to show up, but still. Kenya said, I am disappointed not to be a part of the RHOA 16 reunion taping today. Please note I take full responsibility for my actions and deeply apologize to all those affected, including Britt, the cast, the crew, guests, and viewers. I look forward to seeing you back on Bravo soon. Britt says, as everyone is now aware, I am not attending the reunion. This was my decision. The events of this season have devastated me. And while I cannot say much right now, probably because of the lawsuit, I do want to set the record straight about one thing. The graphic sexual photos surrounding the events in episode 5 was not her. So now me am thoroughly confused. Because if that wasn't her, and y'all saw the photo in person, because keep in mind, they blurred out the photo to the viewers. To the viewers that were watching on TV, we could not view it. So we didn't know whether that was Brit or not. So the fact that y'all got mad, I think that's what's confusing me the most. The fact that y'all got mad at Kenya and said it was Brit, but Brit is saying it's not her. And now y'all saying this is a lot, because I think I'm like everybody else at this point. Was it her or was it not her? Because somebody is lying. Somebody is lying. Anyway, Andy said Britt, then said Kenya had been coming at her. And of course, we, like everybody else, was like thinking, hey, production probably didn't show that. Everybody sat on that stage and said they didn't see anything. So we as the viewers, we were not tripping. We wasn't tripping. She was tripping. Like, so again, it gave production, put a battery in that lady back to go after Kenya. And of course, Kelly was supposed to go after Portia. And then Shamia was their glue, thus creating the alliance. Anyway, Cynthia said, somebody asked Cynthia a question about her and Kenya's relationship. Cynthia said she did have grace for Kenya. Oh yeah, they asked her, how is it that you have grace for Britt, but you didn't show that same grace for Kenya? Cynthia said she did have grace for Kenya and she won't compromise her integrity for anybody. And I felt like, how are you compromising your integrity? I do get that Cynthia, corrected her friend, like, hey, you shouldn't have never done that. I don't know in the manner, like, I don't know if Cynthia went to blogs and talked about it and all of that stuff. I'm really not sure what that, why the actual reason why they are not friends. But I'm sorry, y'all, I am super thirsty. But this is what gets me. Because even with this Kenya situation, yeah, you told her about herself, But when it came to Portia, you never corrected her on all of the wrong bullshit that she handled. The way she handled Drew, you set your raggedy ass up there and was like, oh yeah, baby daddy's hit different. Because if somebody come at Leon and work with Leon, I'ma feel away. Girl, you, okay? You never corrected her. When she talked about how she was gonna sleep, how she was gonna screw Charles, you never said anything. Y'all outside slapping asses and all of that in the water, turning up with Patron, right? Like, that's the problem that I'm having with Cynthia. And it's whoever she's close to is who heads as she's gonna, who's at her head, blah, blah, blah. Whoever she's close to in the moment, that's whose ass she's gonna be up the entire season. And you definitely went up for Portia every step of the way, right, wrong, or indifferent. Anyway, Portia said that it came from a cast member. And again, I would like to say that this was a part of her attacking Drew. All of it. So Shamia takes this time to make a messy moment and says, you didn't care about nothing else Portia said, but you damn sure cared to ask her who was the cast member that she talked about, all because you created this you internalized this beef with Drew. So you already knew Portia was gonna say Drew because you already knew who she was talking about. You just wanted Portia to say it again, which further lets me know you really wanted to create an alliance. Anyway, Kenya said to me, oh yeah, so Portia said it was Drew. Drew was like, it wasn't me. And it is what the it is, okay? Kenya, now, Portia was like, Kenya told her that Portia was, Drew was the one that gave her the photos. But then when you go back and look at Kenya's first YouTube video, she said nobody on the cast sent her any photos. So Kenya just gonna lie about that. And if she did, she probably lied to protect Drew. Anyway, this is another thing. Why are we even making this a thing if that photo was not Britt? That's my confusion. If Britt said that wasn't her on the photos, why is that a problem if Drew gave her the photos or not? Okay, like I'm confused. And I know if I'm confused, so is everybody else. So Cynthia said Kenya stop taking her calls. And here's another thing that's pissing me off. The fact that everybody is shining more on that photo, that Britt's photo, those posts that Kenya put up that Britt said that was not her. But we are dismissing the fact, really overlooking the fact that Britt said anything, just said any and everything threatening about pow-pows and all of that. I'm just saying, like, we just gonna keep talking about this after Britt said it was not her. If she said it wasn't her, discussion over. I think Britt lying, but hey, she wasn't in there, but then somebody showed her the photos and she said it wasn't her. So none of the ladies on the stage, that question that should have been answered was that her on the photos? That should have been another question that should have been asked on that damn stage. Once again, Portia decides, she wants to keep blaming Drew for this. And so does Shamia. I think I said that a minute ago, but so does Shamia. Shamia want to have an issue with Drew so bad. So bad. And you keep backpedaling. Like, that's all Shamia did this entire reunion. Shamia did all of this. She did the same thing throughout the entire season. I'm very disappointed. Like, girl, this is why you whack. Anyway, Shamia, they talked about the situation between her. They did the montage with Shamia and who she all got into it with. She started to cry, and she's still saying how Britt, it hurt her how Britt talked about her daughter. And and said, you know, she did say she was not siding with Kelly. That's what Britt think, and that's what she was trying to tell Britt, that I wasn't trying to side with Kelly, but you did. And you also threw her under the bus about her donations, because if y'all talk to her outside of here, now it's both of y'all talk to her. I only thought that Shamia was the one that only took Britt out to lunch and talked to her about her donations, but then you brought it back on the show to be messy. And then you say you wasn't trying to throw her under the bus. You absolutely was trying to throw her under the bus. You absolutely was trying to break up that damn friendship, because they broke up your friendship with Portia. Anyway, Shamia, they talk about how Shamia was, you know, comparing Drew music and talking about Drew's music, and said Drew is a household name. Now, whether y'all want to admit it or not, the girl been around for a long time. Let's be clear. And you did try to shade, you did shade her. You said she was forgettable. You also said that, you also went on the radio and said she don't speak 5 different languages. Well, she said she already cleared that up for you, and she was talking about 5 different love languages if you was listening to the song. Yeah, you've been trying to shade her. You still trying to shade her on this stage. So that's why she threw your ass the 5 love language book. Then you gonna act like you don't want to take it. Again, you keep trying to come at this lady, and this lady keep trying. When I tell you this lady is eating her up, like, so cute, like, I can't even get mad. I can't even get mad at Drew. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy because you keep trying to, every turn you keep trying to make her look bad. Why? I don't know. I don't know. So she then said, Drew was like, what have I lied about? Tell me what I'm lying about. Tell me what I'm lying about. And then I already said in the beginning how you took your raggedy ass and brought Ralph on, took him to dinner so you and your friend can be messy and talk about this woman. And she's never talked about Dennis. And let's also talk about how you came at Drew on the first episode and asked that girl, did she sleep with Dennis? And then y'all started asking her about the dude named Black, so y'all can miss me. Then she asked you what you lied about. You were talking about a damn bag. We need you to be more concrete than that. Like, can you give us something more concrete? Like a bag, Shamia. I mean, it was a cute bag. It was a Judith Lieber bag, and Judith Liebers are very expensive, okay? But you decided, because it fell flat. You decided you wanted to bring, I don't know if that was a fake bag or a real bag. You wanted to bring the inauthentic bag to show Drew that this is the bag that she had. So all the things you talked about, you couldn't bring nothing concrete, but your whack ass decided to bring a fake ass Judith Lieber bag to tell her that she lied about a bag. Shamia, please. I don't even have the energy to cuss right now. I don't. Anyway, Shamia shows how much she a loser she is, because again, you can't even remember the lies that you've told. You can't remember any of the lies that you've told all season, or it's not even lies. It's like you can't even get your story straight. So, how are you gonna say what Drew has been lying about? Keep in mind, Drew is a liar. Everybody keeps saying Drew is this big old liar, but you sitting across from 2 of the biggest liars, including you, Shamia, because birds of a feather flock together, and you've been flocking with your friend Portia, well, ex-friend Portia, for a long fucking time. So yeah, you are a liar just like her. So Shamia, again, still lying about the stuff she said about Portia. There is no communication between Portia and Shamia at the moment. Andy asked, like, what is the status on your relationship? It is zero communication. Portia said Shamia is trying to sabotage her and said that it was a scheme and a plan. And she said Shamia went on Candy and the Breakfast Club, and she was talking about how Portia, the status of her and Portia's friendship, and was actually giving details and stuff that happened between her and Portia, on just like she did Drew on that radio show that she used to work at, V103, I want to say. So Shamia, please, like, you have done the absolute most this season. You have done the absolute most. Anyway, Shamia said she don't know what they beefing, what their why they're beefing. You don't know why you and Portia, you and Portia are beefing. It's not the fact that you ain't been talking about her to everybody who would listen. And I said this in one of my previous reviews, I just don't know which one. I am of the belief that Shamia has been talking about her friendship with Portia for years, because you've never forgiven Portia. But you're constantly trying to get under Portia's good graces. Why? I don't know. Again, everybody said that's the people pleasing in you, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with that. And so Shamia now tells Portia, I tried to include you in the alliance. And then she said, Shamia did say it wasn't an alliance, but you just said that you was trying to include her in the alliance. So which one is it? Was it an alliance or wasn't it not? Was it just a friend group of new people? Because if that's the case, if it was a friend group of new people, why not include Angela in that? Again, you, Britt, and Kelly was trying to create an alliance, and y'all was trying to include Portia so y'all can go after Drew and Angela. And the shit is blowing up in everybody's face at this reunion, mainly yours. Girl, Shamia, you went outside this season. Oh well. So Shamia said it was just everybody hanging out, and then her and Portia continues to argue, and the episode ends there. Y'all, next week I'm gonna hold my applause, but I'm gonna cuss Ralph the entire out. Okay? Because by no means, baby Martell Holt about to come on here and tear down the woman of his kids. I hope Drew is divorced before this new season starts. Because anybody that can come on and humiliate you like that shows that they do not like you. He does not like this woman at all. I would like Drew to move out of this house, find a nice place for her and her kids, move out, and go from there. Because Ralph is trash. Ralph is trash if I had ever seen it. And I hope that Dennis at least stick up for Drew. But he probably not, because he's sitting next to his dumbass baby mama. Like, I'm making money with you, and this is pretty hard for me to make money with you if you're gonna support this negative behavior, whatever it is they're trying to do. I don't know, y'all. I'm a little over it. I am over all of this negativity, and just all of this pressing on Drew. And everybody been pressing on Drew since she showed up. Like, since she showed up as a housewife. I am glad that she is sticking up for herself. As far as her and Angela, sometimes you have showed up as an ain't shit person. You have. Because there are times where it seems as though you wanted to be a part of the crowd. But then when that crowd started shitting on you, you had to fight for your life. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I won't see y'all back until Tuesday with Next Gen. And y'all, I'm so thirsty. Next Gen. I think just Next Gen. Something else. I think something else comes on. And y'all don't forget next week. The rest of we're gonna get the rest of all the Queen's Men. So that's gonna be on Thursday. So y'all gonna get at least 3 between Wednesday and Thursday, about 2 to 3 videos on both days. Friday, I won't go live Friday, but I think we're gonna go live Saturday for a new episode 8 of Divorced Sisters. And then of course Love and Marriage Huntsville is back. I hope y'all go around there and take a look at my video that I posted for the first episode. Yeah, and that's it. And next week we're gonna wrap this RHOA up in hopes that they come back in season 17 a whole lot better. And now it was good. I'll give my thoughts of everything next week. But it was okay. It really didn't give much, but it was fine. We just see how much of a loser Shamia is. And that's that. Again, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.